Alright, welcome everyone to another Radio Free Cybertron review. This time we have a quick review of Generations Huffer. Here's the packaging. Basically the same packaging you've been seeing. Nothing new on this. It's got a nice picture of Huffer at the top here. And the back. Product shot and your bio. Typical. Try and get that right side up so you guys can read it if you want. Seven steps. It's basically the Prime Legends wave that we got before. So I really wasn't that excited for this figure. But I must say, getting it in hand, the color is absolutely awesome. The silver and the orange works really well, and then the blue background is really nice too. It's a really solid figure. You can pose these flaps on his arms whatever way you want. I personally kind of like them down. You can also angle them a little bit if you want. Just like that, kind of flatten out the top of his shoulders. So, really nice figure. The head is on like a mushroom cap, so it'll rotate left and right. There is a hole on the back of his head, just for when he's in vehicle mode. You can stick the weapon in there. I also have an alternate transfer or some weapon storage for him to show off in this video. The arms can do a full 360. The elbows are on a ball joint. Legs can go all the way back, forward, out to the side. They're on a ball joint. The knees are on a ball joint. So you can get all the rotation you want, thanks to pretty much ball joints everywhere. Also, the arm can go back a little bit just from the chest opening. I'm not a big fan of the chest, the way it's set up, because there's no lock position. If you push the chest all the way back, it's opened way too much and the arms are way too far back. I like it with the Autobot symbol showing, but I don't like the fact that it sets the arms back a little bit further and they just don't lock in anywhere. So that's really my only complaint with this figure for this price class and this size, is that he's got a really nice gun, very long, very nice, and he's got some back kibble. But you can also pose this however you want. You can get it a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I kind of really don't like it down that low on this guy. So what I like to do is just pose it, put it up a little bit higher. That kind of fills in the back, so it's just not that plain blue that doesn't even look like the back of a robot. So just by pulling that up a little bit, personally, that's the way I like it. Also, there is some detailing inside the hollow legs here, which is nice. I mean, with this size figure, you expect some hollowness to it, and it's nice they put that extra detail in there. It makes it not feel as hollow as it actually is. Like I said, the silver paint on the legs, really nice, really nice. Got a little bit of silver underneath the chest, plus the Autobot symbol area is silver. He does have a little bit of rotation up at the top of the waist, just due to transformation. But you can get some nice poses out of him with that limited rate upper waist rotation. So again, it's just there due to transformation, but it's nice to have. For size comparison, before we do the transformation, just get him in here with Scrapnail, because that's who I have close. You can see how they match up. They match up pretty nicely. Also, here he is with Blackjack. Move these out of the way. You see how they stack up, and I'm actually surprised. They are right around the same height, so they actually match up pretty nice. Blackjack has a lot of gold paint on him, which kind of contrasts Huffer. So really, really nice. All right, let's get Blackjack out of the way. He will actually be in the next review, so that should be posted right after Huffer, or maybe right before Huffer. Not really sure on this one. So let's go ahead and get him into his transformation. Or actually, before we do that, bring in his obligatory product card. I don't know if it's obligatory now. I mean, all the Combiner Wars are coming with the cards, so I'm not sure if Wave 2 is going to have a card or not because they have the comic book, but we'll see. On the back, standard generations. Huffer, it's the same picture as on the front of the packaging. Let's get him into his transformation. First thing you want to do on this guy is we're going to pull this backpack down a little bit. Then we can rotate the front. Just by pressing on the chest, you close up the chest. The head just flips down into his hole. And then bring the arms back. You can clip those pieces down. Bring the front up, and the front just pegs in that slot right under there. Then the arms, there's a little blue tab that sticks out right there. And the hands will actually grab onto that. So the hands get used as a peg. Like so. Just like so. And then the waist just comes down. This front panel actually sits in the waist as well. And then all you have to do is, and the arms peg into the upper parts of the thighs. That locks the legs in place. The only thing that can move is the bottom. And just tab the legs together. And there you have Huffer in his vehicle mode. And it is a really nice little truck. I mean, you can see his feet in the back, but it's not too obvious. I guess just because they're solid orange, so they blend in with the rest of the truck pretty nice. And then there is, I do not know if this is official. I didn't look through the instructions, but I have found weapon storage for this guy. If you just put it in between his legs and tab the feet together, the gun will sit right there and it will not come out. You can shake it, you can do whatever you want. It's staying in there. So, like I said, I don't know if that's an actual official spot for the gun to store, but that's something I found that has worked. And then if you want, you can also stick it out of the top of the figure, which kind of looks a tad ridiculous, but you have that option if you want to. So, and then to transform this guy back, this is probably one of the simplest transformations. You can have this transformed, and of course I'm Russian and I pop off his leg. You can have this transformed in about 3 or 4 seconds. The hardest part is getting the chest lined up appropriately. That way it doesn't look ridiculous. But there you have Huffer. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out the link below if you want to order this guy at the Chosen Prime. Thanks for watching.